Yo, haha, Magnificent.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Magnificent coming back with another video. I want to give a special congratulations to everybody that participated in the previous video in terms of the giveaway. Congratulations to you all. Thank you for joining the channel, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share with families and friends, because this channel is about to grow, and the more it grows, the more giveaways I can give out. Now, today is very special because I feel like this Yeezy 350, you probably saw it in the thumbnail, the Earth, in my opinion, is going to be one of the most slept on Yeezy 350 this year. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at the next 4 releases, the next Yeezy 350 releases, I don't know if it's going to be region based. I don't know if he's going to try that concept again, but the 4 Yeezy 350s that I see coming up outside of the Cinders, let me just break this down. So, and you'll see this, you can follow me on this side, but you're going to see the next 4 releases, and it makes you think that, you know what, maybe these Earths aren't so bad in terms of how it was executed. And no way am I saying that this is the best Yeezy 350 since the Black Statics. But just like the Black Statics, this was executed to perfection. And I'll show you momentarily. Now, summer 2020, you can see that we have the Zions. When I look at this shoe, I'm confused. I mean, based off the pictures that I'm seeing here, I don't know what he's kind of looking for when I say he is. Kanye's looking for, but I get he's trying to try something new, different colorways. That seems to be the theme this year with the Yeezy 350 releases. You know, Adidas, Yeezy, I'm pretty sure they heard all their critics when they said that the Yeezys all look alike last year. So this year, it seems like the transition is to let's just make different colors and see what happens. I almost feel like that they have the color wheel and they're going like this. And then they have like the dart and it was like, you know what? Let's make that color. Let's try this color, let's try that color, and just put it all together. So those are we call it the Zions. Now, there's another shoe that's coming out in the spring, and it's called the Linens. Again, I don't know what they're looking for, but I have to see this shoe up close and personal. It's almost similar to these Earths that we're going to open up momentarily, because it's a shoe that when I saw it online, I was on the, I was undecided. I wasn't sure if it's a shoe that I actually wanted to see. But then when I saw it up close and personal, it was like, okay, you changed my perception about this shoe. I'll give it a try. So the Linens will be like an iffy, and maybe I'll try to get after that, but, we'll see. The next one, this one is the one that I'm interested in. It's the Cinders. The Cinders remind me, it has that like peanut butter kind of Reese's Pieces, almost like the Earth's brownish design, like the inside of a Reese's Pieces cup, and then the outside is like real chocolate. But the bottom is very, very good. But the top just looks just like similar to these Black Statics, right? So I'm curious to see about that shoe. I definitely will be going after that shoe if it's released. Now, again, these are all rumors. And then the last one that's coming out is the Desert Sage, I believe. Yes. And that's also rumored to come out in spring. So when you look at these 4 shoes, it's almost like, out of all of them, which one are people going to go after? I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Cinders because it's a solid colorway. It may not be the Black Statics, but it definitely has that appeal where, again, it's solid. And that's where I wanted to get with on this shoe. So without further ado, let's open this up and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of how Yeezy Supply or Yeezy, Adidas, how they execute these 350s and what makes them so attractive to a lot of people. And I'll even show you 2 tricks. 2 tricks for people that say that the Yeezy 350s are too tight to their foot, or whatever the case may be. If they go a size up and it still feels kind of tight, there's 2 tricks you can do to eliminate that tightness. And I'll show you momentarily. Without further ado, let's get the unboxing. And of course, before I do the unboxing, a quick story. In my previous video, I said I did not trust Foot Locker because I hit on Foot Locker first. It was a 7 a.m. release on Saturday. I didn't do I did the online raffle. I didn't win. So the next day, 7 o'clock in the morning during the online release, I was able to hit. But it took me back to the Concord days when the Concords came out, and I also hit on Foot Locker, and I felt like I won. I even had the order number. Everything was good. And 2 or 3 days later, I got an email from Foot Locker saying, sorry, we can't honor that. And it was like, oh my God. So ever since that experience, every time I get an order in through Foot Locker, sometimes I don't try it. So therefore, that's why this box is from Yeezy Supply, the 10 a.m. release. I wanted to make sure I had this shoe regardless. If it's two shoes coming, cool. But right now, you can see that Yeezy Supply got here first. I did check online to see if the order went through on Foot Locker. It said it shipped, but I didn't get any shipping confirmation email. So I'm a little concerned, but at the same time, I'm not, because the whole point of this whole operation was to get this shoe. And again, sometimes, I'm just saying this, Foot Locker will send you the shipping information, but sometimes you might get the sorry, we can't ship type thing. So just be careful when you're going after these Yeezys and certain other shoes, hot shoes, like highly coveted shoes, I should say, because sometimes you may not get it through Foot Locker. That's the part I noticed. That's the part that scared me. So anyway, now let's get into the shoe. Make sure it's coming out. Pause. And voila. Alright, so now the thing about me, if you know my channel, you know my size, my personal pair, when it comes to Yeezy 350s, I have boats. Therefore, I have a size 13. Now, anybody that's in the resale game, wink, wink, if you're looking at a Yeezy 350, I know a lot of people like to go after the size 5.5s and 6 and stuff like that. Don't sleep on size 13s. The bigger sizes typically do hold value because they don't make a lot of them. Take that with a grain of salt. And you'll notice that if you look at most Yeezy 350s right now, whether it be StockX, eBay, GOAT, whatever the case may be, look at the size 13 and higher sizes. You'll notice that most of them do hold good value over time. Just a little hint. Anyway, so this is a personal pair. Personal pair. We can read that it does say, as the drawer tries to come out on me, it does read Earth, 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 Earth. And without further ado, let's get in the shoe. Open this back. Ooh, let's get the other pair out. So you've probably seen this on other YouTube channels. But the one thing I will talk about on this channel is execution. Now, this is what I was talking about when I say that these shoes are solid. Now, if you look at most Yeezy 350s, they feature two-tone colors, especially on the Prime Knit. Case in point, the Landmarks, right? The Landmarks, whether it be the Landmarks, the Yeezys, the Cloud Whites, it doesn't matter, because quite honestly, the Prime Knit that they have on here, it's two-tone. So you're looking at two different colors on the Prime Knit, and then you have all these featured designs. So that's typically what makes the Yeezy 350 pop to a lot of people. Whether you like it or not, it's still going to grasp your attention because of the colorway and the different designs that's featured on the Prime Knit. So the part I'm trying to get at is that when you look at a shoe like the Static Blacks, you're not seeing that because this is all black, right? The stripe is black, the Prime Knit is black, the midsole is black, but it's a solid shoe. So it's a highly coveted shoe and it's black. It goes with anything. Now, when you look back at these Earths, keep in mind the execution, I believe the design, original design that we saw, that we thought we were going to see, it looked like this. But we got this. And there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with this execution because it's a solid shoe. Now, you look on a Prime Knit, you don't see two different colors. You see one flat tan, sort of brownish color that matches the laces. It's not one of these, again, it's not the Landmarks, it's not the Cloud Whites, and it's not the Citrons. So you're not seeing those two different, you're not seeing those crazy designs all over the Prime Knit. That's what makes this shoe so clean. And it's also a shoe that you have to see up close. You have to see up close and personal before you get, or at least judge it. Because again, I was one of those people that saw this online and I was like, what the heck Reese's Pieces Buttercup is this? But at the same time, looking at the shoe up close, now I see the execution. It was really very good execution on the shoe. Now, going back to the terms of the colorway, you notice that the midsole is not translucent. It's solid. I can't even say that the Static Blacks are that way because you can still see the foam. You can still see like the Adidas foam in here, the Yeezy Boost. You can see that in the midsole. You cannot see that in here. So that was one good thing. And the two things that I wanted to say for anybody that has or complains about the shoe being tight at the toe box, The one thing you can do, you notice that you're seeing that the shoe tree stuck in my black static blacks. I do this because it stretches the primate out a little bit more. That's one way of trying to create more space or making it more comfortable on your foot, especially if you feel like it's too tight. The second thing, take this note down. If you have a Yeezy 350, how easy is it to take out the insole? Now, if you look at the insole of this shoe, it's black. In fact, the majority of this is black. So that's good because you know it's not going to dirty up fast. I didn't see any reflection on the shoe, which told me that the only thing that's going to reflect are the 3 stripes on the back of the heel. But you want to create more space, literally, take out the insole. And the reason why you're doing that is because now if you look inside the shoe, you can see that the Yeezy Boost sticking up right there. And it's fairly stitched in. So you can literally slide your feet in, and it might be more comfortable for you, the consumer, that when you put on these shoes, it's not as tight by the time you get to the toe box up here. So I'm going to do the on feet for these. And personally, my personal opinion about this, I like the fact that when you look on the stripe, although it's not the same color as the Prime Knit, it's a solid color. Going down to the midsole, it's a solid color. It's got like a dark brownish. But I call these the Reese's Pieces because that's what it reminds me of. Now, the boost, the yellow boost that's on the back that everybody's been craving on, a lot of people, you can't see that. It doesn't take a peel away from the shoe because when you're looking at the shoe, you're looking at somebody's foot. Unless they're looking at you like this and you know your foot is upward, you're not going to really notice the yellow boost. It's pretty cool that you featured it on it. Doesn't take away from the design, but it's not really something that you're going to see on a daily basis when you see somebody walking up and down with earths. But personally, look, that's what you can do in terms of creating more space. But in terms of the execution of this shoe, to me, is dope. And when you compare this shoe, and I think the reason why the value is kind of high, when you compare this shoe with the last 4 Yeezys that I saw, or at least the 4 featured Yeezy 350s that will be coming out later on this year, outside of the Cinders, this is pretty solid. This is definitely solid. So, your boy Magnificent, let's just get into the review. I'm glad to have these. Glad to get it from Yeezy Supply. I'm glad I kind of listened to my mind and say, you know what, get a backup pair just in case Foot Locker does not come through. That's not to say they didn't come through, and that's not to take a knock on Foot Locker. All I'm saying is, I still didn't get confirmation. The shoe was ordered Saturday. It does take 5 to 6 business days before they can actually send you a confirmation. A lot of people don't know that, but it takes you have to give them 5 to 6 business days before you can actually get a confirmation, at least a shipment. I got a confirmation, but I didn't get the shipment email. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. But Yeezy Supply, thank you once again for coming through. And until the next time, which is probably March 14th when the Desert Sage comes out, I may or may not go after. We'll see. But your boy Magnificent, let's get this shoe on my foot so I can show you, at least you guys, as I'm trying to choke when I'm talking, and so I can show you guys what these shoes look like on feet. And we're out.